I'm told that this is a one-off experiment, England fielding a first-choice side for the first half and a different team of young talent for the second. It's unusual for Australia too, because this is their first game with their overseas players for 15 months since they were pipped in the playoffs by Uruguay in a vain quest for World Cup qualification. And it's a first full international at West Ham's home, Upton Park, a club that have done plenty for the England cause down the years. One of the stands here is, of course, named after the late and great Bobby Moore. Well, this is how England started Upton Park. One current West Ham player in David James, two who learnt their trade here in Rio Ferdinand and Frank Lampard. Lampard passed a fitness check yesterday, as did Paul Scholes and Ashley Cole. Kieran Dyer in front of Cole on the left. 16 Premiership goals have put James Beattie in the England frame for the first time, and one of them was a match winner here for Southampton in December. Harry Kewell does play despite missing Leeds' last two games, along with his club colleagues Mark Viduka and Paul Ocon, the captain. A strong British base elsewhere in the team. Middlesbrough's Mark Schwarzer in goal. Blackburn and Birmingham provide the fullbacks in Lucas Neal and Stan Lazaridis. Craig Moore of Rangers and Crystal Palace's Tony Popovic in the centre of defence. Big welcome also to our viewers in Australia. So it is the round ball. It is the national game in England, and it is now a traditional rivalry in many sports, if not in this one, between these two countries. And having spent some time with the Socceroos over the last couple of days, well, Terry Venables, of course, a foot in both camps, really, coach of both these nations. Emerton. And we've got three forward here. Australia. Campbell came back. James had to prevent the corner. Just caught Chipperfield by surprise.
Well, he had to get that one right. Sol Campbell. Well-timed tackle.
Emerton. That wasn't a well-timed tackle by Scholes. He's the player most used by Sven-Göran Eriksson, 22 of 24 internationals since the Swede took over. Here comes Popovic and Craig Moore. Both the Socceroos scorers in the past, the two centre-backs. Taken by Lazaridis. And Popovic! Back post, he's a scorer now. And it is England 0, Australia 1.
A beautiful ball in from Stan Lazaridis. One of those situations where, should the keeper come, does he stay? Gary Neville perhaps won't be the happiest defender in that back line, allowing Popovic just to get ahead of him. He lost his man for a split second. In the end, the header beyond David James. Real blow for England.
Well, for Frank Farina and his players, it's the sort of start they've been dreaming of. Well, the Matildas are waltzing at West Ham. Australia have a corner. They have a goal. Tony Popovic, 29 years old, defender from Crystal Palace, did play in Japan before that. What a time he's having in the FA Cup, and now here amidst an historic international for his country. And they do it in the air again. That's Kewell. Made some good movement towards the near post. Ball rather died on him, and he was absolutely happy with the pace on it.
Well, they do look very lively from these set pieces, Australia.
What sort of reply will we see from England here? Beckham for Dyer, who's got so much pace about him, so much ambition about his play as well. Owen's cross. It's in. No. It's not going to stand.
Well, I think he's given offside, but it was Kieran Dyer that made it. Cutting in from the left, and lovely understanding with Michael Owen. A beautiful cross in. He's not offside at this point. It's James Beattie that was denied there. Good play by Popovic and Scholes and Lampard, I think, isn't it?
Emerton. He's given it away to Beckham of all people. Owen's got to check, otherwise he'd be offside. Beattie's okay, I think, in the middle. And now a mistake here, and Owen from a nigh on impossible angle.
Well, quite Mark Schwarzer didn't find touch here. I do not know, with Michael Owen bearing down. He's trying a little bit too clever, trying to keep possession. Difficult chance there with his right foot.
He's not been the most comfortable goalkeeper with the change in the law a few years ago and the back passes. Beckham. Scholes. In the end, he's put it wide.
That's unlucky. Maybe Beckham saw his club mate just pull off. Just a couple of yards of space. Did well to fashion the space, but get that normally reliable shot on target.
On the right of the pitch there, Graham Arnold, international player of the past, is Frank Farina's assistant at the moment. Lampard. Caught out, and Kuehl is going for the jugular then. In the end, he has to play it wide to Chipperfield. A touch here from Mark Viduka, trying to loop it over James and under the bar. And my goodness, England could have been 2-0 down.
Well, it was a really instinctive header, this one, from Mark Viduka. Chipperfield puts it in, sees it late. I think he was trying to chip David James, but James really moved his feet well. Backpedaling, he's a big lad. Another warning sign for England.
Tony Popovic will be involved. Crystal Palace against Leeds. That's on Sky Sports 2 here in the UK on Sunday, followed by Stoke against Chelsea, also from the 5th round of the FA Cup.
So I was just going to say.
Oh, Kuehl has got the better of Ferdinand. He's in for number 2 here for the Socceroos. Harry Kuehl. It gets better and better for Australia. And he's been threatening that throughout the half. He's embarrassed a former clubmate in Rio Ferdinand. And Sven-Göran Eriksson has got some hard thinking to do. What does he do with his team now at half-time? It's approaching fast, and England are 2 goals down.
Oh, just what England didn't want with 5 minutes to go. Frank Lampard lost it, but didn't they break well, Australia? Rio Ferdinand thought he got fouled there. Look at Harry Kuehl. That's epitomised his first half performance. Very cool, controlled, so effective for Australia.
Well, Kuehl and his gang have really hit the right notes for Australia in this first half.
I think what happened to Rio Ferdinand there, Martin, Kuehl stepped on his boot and just pinched the heel of his boot off and caused him to fall over. Didn't look a blatant shove to me.
Scholes. It's Owen. It's another sight of goal that doesn't produce a goal for Michael Owen.
Well, nothing wrong with a run, but that's a man totally off his game. Confidence is low. Really made use of that, exploited it.
Scholes to Beckham. Side netting. Well, it's been a terrific entertainment.
Oh, chances either end, haven't we? It's been non-stop. Lovely ball by Paul Scholes. Very tight angle for Beckham. It's going to This is Harry Kewell just chasing down Ferdinand. And there was a bit of contact, but didn't he finish it well?
Beckham takes. Well, first of all, well played Australia. And some boos going round Upton Park for the England first half performance. Popovic got the first, Kewell the second. And we wait, and we'll bring you as soon as we know the news of what England changes there will be. Certainly plenty of hard thinking to be done, and done quickly. Plenty of hard celebrating for the first half. For this half of the evening, it's a 2-0 win for Australia. But we are technically still halfway through the match.
At half-time, England trailed 2-0. That's one game done. What can the young boys do? 17 years old, 111 days, and Wayne Rooney becomes the youngest player ever to represent England at senior level. Good luck, son. Alan Smith and Martin Tyler.
I'd echo that, Richard. Over 130 years of England matches, almost 800 games, 1,113 previous players, and now it's Wayne Rooney who's already set marks for young talent in club football. He goes into the England record books. Marco Bresciano is on for the injured Skoko, the only change for the Socceroos, who've seen off the first choice England side. Frank Farina, the Australian head coach, was saying yesterday, well, if we do lose, we've got a ready-made excuse. It will take England 22 players to beat us. There might be more than that to come. So a completely new England team in the second half. New caps as well as for Rooney, for Paul Robinson, the Leeds goalkeeper, Jermaine Jenas of Newcastle, who's only 19, Paul Konchesky of Charlton, Francis Jeffers of Arsenal, who's got a great goal-scoring record at under-21 level. Here is Konchesky, who hasn't played many games as an orthodox left-back in a back four for his club Charlton. And that's where he wins his first cap. He is left-footed.
Well, what a situation to make your debut. You look at the new lads. It's hard enough at any time to play for England for the first time, but you come in 2-0 down, playing with a very inexperienced England side. Won't be easy, but they've got nothing to lose now.
Sven-Göran Eriksson has echoed the thoughts of some of us that the senior players have got them into the mess. Can the kids now get England out of it? There will be more hardship to come for England on home soil, because Harry Kewell is spearheading a very successful evening so far here in England for Australia. Their first visit for a full international in this country. Rooney. And it's Darius Vassell. Schwarzer keeps it out by his near post, but Rooney makes an impact straight away.
Yeah, he's had a look up here, Wayne Rooney, and certainly picked Darius Vassell out. It was an acre of space on the far side. Just Vassell's touch made it so much more difficult for him. Took him wide in the end. The angle too much.
Seems surplus to requirements tonight. There's possible thoughts, of course, from Sven-Göran Eriksson's point of view that he knows what he can do. And here's Jermaine Jenas. Jeffers going near post! Super goal from the young Lions. And Francis Jeffers translates outstanding under-21 form into the senior side. Two debutants in perfect harmony. England 1, Australia 2.
Well, it was a marvellous goal. It was a centre-forward's goal. Got to give plenty of credit to Jermaine Jenas, who's played so well this half. He looks up. That's a great centre-forward's run from Fanny Jeffers. Beats his man at the near post, times it well. And doesn't he time that header well? Schwarzer, no chance. Beautifully directed header from Jeffers, and that gives England a chance now.
Could it possibly happen, Alan?
Well, of course it could. Of course it could.
I'm talking about the complete turnaround. Here is the result. First time cross. Konchesky well forward. Rooney nearly from Murphy's bus. Liverpool and Everton very nearly in perfect tandem then. Grella, Emerton. Oh, Aloisi just turned away from King. Not quite got the pace to take him on, but Emerton's there. That should wrap it up for Australia. Brett Emerton, who wants to come and play in England, scores in England, and Sven-Göran Eriksson's side, or sides if you want to call it that, collectively 3-1 down at Upton Park.
Cool blow for England just when it looked like they were getting back into it. Aloisi hadn't got the pace, but he got the foresight to play that through to Emerton. Paul Robinson's done his best to spread his body. In the end, just that unlucky nutmeg has happened so often. It really looks like it, doesn't it, for England?
Surely his greatest night as a manager. Maybe not. They've beaten France and Brazil in the Confederations Cup. But given what it means between Australia and England, it'll be right up there. And this is beating England in England. Free kick to Australia. Well, he's earned a crack at goal here, Stan Lazaridis, hasn't it, with his performance tonight?
Well, he has. He's been superb. He's defended very well, which was I saw as his weak point, and he's also been a real threat up that left-hand side. Never stopped running. Great stamina from the Birmingham player.
Former West Ham player here at Upton Park tonight, but he's not going to take it. Bresciano, last kick of the game. Not a great night for Sven-Göran Eriksson, but a wonderful one for Frank Farina in Australia. 2 games in 1, if you like. But the record books will show that Australia's first full international against England in England finished with a 3-1 win.